how come I gave you all truth and knowledge, and yet you still didn't be in truth? You still didn't declare the truth that I gave. Now I know you all know. And you have to understand, like I warned you long ago, there's only one way out. You have to bow to Jesus. Scripture says every knee must bend. It's no mistake, that's no bullshit, it's no fucking simulation, it's the truth. Because Jesus is God. And there is no cross, that's worship of the false god Molech, and trying to sacrifice the true living God to Molech. And Molech is the one who passed children through the fire for sacrifice, the devil. Now, that, so you pick a side. You pick the evil, the pedos, or you pick God, who saves the children. You all seen me sacrifice my entire life, long before you even realised I was sacrificing it probably, to save the children and people from oppression, right? But when the time came for it to go public, because it was the end of the system, it went public, alright? Whole world knows, so don't try and say you don't. And yet you still don't stand with God. You still fear the evil over God. Understand, I give more grace and love to these kids who are going out there and doing things to reveal the truth of the world than you. Now, what sort of a shit cunt do you gotta be when you should be saving children, not letting the children try and save you? Right? That's not my example. I was out there trying to save the children, while you were at home doing nothing, letting the children try and save you. That's pretty fucked up. That's pretty disgusting. And this doesn't go for all people, obviously, because there's special people in the world who pre-arranged to suffer in a life so that they could try and save the children. And these are the ones who did. Not all of them did, though. Some of them turned bad and did bad things. Right? Because free will exists. Just because you came from God, it doesn't mean you didn't walk away from God like all of you did. Well, not like all of you, but most of you. Now, you all say you want this change, but yet you don't turn to God. You all say you're doing something, but you're just arguing with the evil that it's evil. You're not doing anything. Yeah? You're trying to rewrite a system that at the end of the day, it's still a system of evil and it never existed. Daniel 3:2-10 tells you this. Right? Did our God create that system? Nope, I definitely didn't. But you went into that system because you walked away from God and sinned. That system that you're in now is because you did all those things in past lives. That's why you ended up there, and why I, God, had to come back to save you again. But there won't be another saving after this. Right? This is the last chance. Everybody returns to God and declares me king, or you all get charged with those crimes. And not just the crimes of this lifetime, forever. Look at my eyes right now. See the shape of my eyes? Yeah. Anyway. Be better. You can't deny who I am. I'm the most talked about person in the whole entire world, even though you try and hide it from me. I know. All things get shown to me because I am all truth itself. Also, all of this already happened the first time, in the original world, which is why the Bible got created, to try and lead you out of that. But instead you don't want to be accountable. The only time you actually get saved is when you turn and declare me king. Apart from that, you don't get saved. People got grace to get to this point, and some skipped a test because they suffered. But what good did that suffering do if you didn't stand with God? If you turned around and blamed God, well, that's not okay, because you actually made that agreement with God before this world started again to suffer, so you could bring light to these things. Alright? Because if you weren't the example of the suffering, then who would believe you these things happened? Yeah? That's why the strongest people never complain until the end. Right? The Bible tells you, endure to the end. Because everything has a time and a place. And it all had to take place at once. Yes? And I led the way with all the prophecy and all the truth I gave. I plastered it everywhere so that everybody would talk about it. Even if you try and deny some things that were smaller, you couldn't deny what happened to me. I heard they broadcasted all over the place what happened to me, thinking that it was fun or funny, but it was really just showing their evil to the world for me. Yeah? Be better. Return to God. Time's short.